Greetings, people of the world! I am back! And I've already forgotten how my stream works, so I have no idea if everything's working. It's the flag emoji abbreviation Azerbaijan. No, it's Abu Dhabi. Azerbaijan, I just put AZE, because that makes sense. I mean, I guess I could put DUB for Dubai, but Dubai and Abu Dhabi are different places, so I don't know. Yeah, you right, Jaden? Let me just see if my chats are working quick. A little test, go on. Yeah, okay. TikTok's working. Instagram is not working. Zajic, well, I might forget that at some point, so if it's alright with you, can I just still call you Jaden? That'll make life a bit easier. Wouldn't UAE work better? You know what, I haven't thought of that. That's actually genius. Hold on, wait, you might be onto something. Okay, well, whenever I'm next to Abu Dhabi, I feel like, yeah, I'll do UAE, because that's actually smart. Good for you. That's class. Right, well, my Instagram chat ain't working, but, I mean, who cares at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? I know, it does work. Okay, I lied. Alright, close that. You're ready. You're this. Let's turn up this for me, and we are ready to go. Go AF1 2021 theme, although you are the best theme. We're not in the mood right now. It's been a few days since I last been live. I apologise for that. I have been having the sleep schedule of a vampire. I mean, like, straight up, I've literally been sleeping at stupid times like 8 AM and 9 AM and waking up at midnight and things. It's been bad, but I suppose when you're self-employed and you pick your own work hours, that kind of thing naturally happens. But moving on, today we have the Daniel Ricciardo career, the final episode of Season 2. It's actually gone by really quick. To be honest, I mean, I have been only doing this for like 2 weeks. I have done like none of my team career yet. Main reason is because after this episode, I'm still debating it, but I might use that mod that turns off the battery, and I wanted to wait until the start of a new season before making that decision. Interestingly, this might sound crazy, but I kind of like the battery at some circuits. Like, okay, I like it is the wrong term. It's more like it's bearable. Tracks like Monza, Austria, and Silverstone, it's like really bad, and it just makes the game just silly and not very enjoyable to play. But other tracks like Azerbaijan, Singapore, Madrid, the battery's really nice. So we'll see. But today, as I said, we have got the final 2 rounds of Season 2. You accidentally deleted Twitch. Unlucky, mate. But yeah, we've got 2 more races left in this season. That's the word I'm looking for. Last time out, well, yeah. Still not sure how we won in Vegas, but that's how the game works, I guess. Oh, that's why. We've jumped up to 5th in the R&D. Okay, that makes sense. We also have a regulation change on the aerodynamics, which I didn't see until now. So, I guess I just start adapting these bits to the new season. Fantastic. Okay, can I get this as well? I can. Beautiful. So now, Perez should handle that, or he was, and we're good to go. You alright, Karen? And Oscar? Crimi Antonelli is back. I think Crimi Antonelli is probably the best working one of all of those. Now, I don't think we waste any time here. I think we just get straight into the meat of the situation. But I'm not doing that one, let's be honest. Yeah, we could do that. Fantastic. Okay, let's begin. Now, I should point out that it has been, well, the last time I played the game was the last time I streamed, so about 5 or 6 days ago. Meaning, I'm probably going to be a bit crap. Hopefully I won't be, but there's a very good chance I'm going to be doing a bit of crashing, a bit of spinning, a bit of going off, and overall just having a lack of pace. Who do I have winning in the Netherlands? I'm going Lando Norris. I know that's like recency bias, but I feel like McLaren's car is really good. They're bringing more upgrades. Lando is driving unbelievably. I think he's got it in the bag. I also think McLaren are going to be quite good. I think Oscar's going to be up there, probably P3. And then I'm saying a Lewis Hamilton second. Ferrari have the best downforce. They've got an engine upgrade, and Hamilton's the bollocks. So there we go. Although, to be honest, you can't knock off Mercedes. I don't think Russell's going to do good, because he's just not having a good year. Antonelli's always going to be up there no matter what, isn't he? Let's be honest. Never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to run around and desert you. What a fantastic song. It's a shame it's used as, like, the most iconic meme in history, because it's a very good song. Never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to run around and desert you. Right, difficulty for the quali is going to be 105. I'm actually going to do 107, or we'll do 107. Reason being, I've had some really good qualies around here, so if I do end up having a stinker and going out in Q1, blame me for putting the difficulty too high. Right, engine. Let's go for a worn engine. For practice, obviously, and then we'll change it back to a normal engine for the race, although knowing me, I'll probably forget.
Still a voyage of discovery.
If it's raining, the Russell is finishing higher up. I think I agree with that. I mean, we haven't had a single wet session this whole season, which is quite funny. Like, not a single one. Like, not even a practice. Literally nothing. But I think Russell is a fantastic, he's a fantastic wet weather driver. I mean, Spa. I know he kind of came out at the perfect time and everything, but in the slowest car ever, to put it in P2 speaks for itself. It's ridiculous. I'll be continuing with Cadillac next season, right? We'll see what's available. If there's like a top team available, like a McLaren or a Ferrari or a Mercedes, I might consider moving. But to be honest, Cadillac are quite good now. We're 5th in the R&D. There's a regulation change, so I might stick it out with Cadillac for one more season. And then, ideally, I want to go to Ferrari or Mercedes as like my top team for this career. I don't want to go to Red Bull or McLaren because he's already been there in real life. Do you know what I mean? I want to go to a team that he hasn't driven at, like, in his actual real-life career, which is why I've done Haas, and then I've gone to Cadillac. I could have gone to Racing Bulls, and obviously he's already been there for, like, the very start of his career, and I also could have moved to, like, well, to be fair, he's only driven for Toro Rosso, Red Bull and McLaren, and I guess Racing Bulls, although that is just Toro Rosso. And obviously he also drove for HRT, but they don't exist anymore, so that's not really a thing that's possible. So I'll say with confidence I'm going to be with Cadillac in Season 3, but Season 4 I'm eyeing up a move to Ferrari. I think Ferrari would be really cool because Ricciardo has Italian heritage, and I mean, I don't like Mercedes, so there we go. I do remember you. I don't know how to pronounce your name correctly, but I do. I tried Monaco with no steering and braking assist. Don't do that while still inexperienced. I agree. Yeah, definitely keep that on until you are very familiar with this game. I mean, to be fair, I've never ever used braking or steering assist, but I definitely was a crash maniac for a very long time. It was only really up until last year when I kind of stopped crashing very often. Obviously, I still do, probably once or twice a race, but it used to be once or twice a lap. It used to be horrendous. I would always overdrive and go over the limit by such extreme margins. It'd be insane. So yeah, just keep playing, get used to the driving, get used to everything, and then turn off assists one by one. That's the biggest advice I can give, because people say turn off all assists.
Really
don't. If you can't do it, just don't bother.
Information out of that. Well done.
I'm Verity. I'm your personal helper friend. Oh, so you're an AI of some kind. Interesting. Well, I don't need any help, mate. Thank you. I think if Max retires after this season, RB puts Hajar in the main seat. Well, to be fair, he's already in the main seat. I mean, if you're referring to the #1 Red Bull seat, then yeah, I agree with that. Bring Yuki back up to a main driver in reserve. As in, like, in Red Bull or Racing Bull? I assume RB, you mean Racing Bulls. I don't think they should do that. I think they've got, I mean, obviously excluding Verstappen, in Racing Bulls and Red Bull, they have got 3 very good drivers And there's an F2 driver in Red Bull's works, like a junior team, who is unreal. So I think if Verstappen retired, it will be Hajar and Lawson. Or actually, maybe not Lawson, because he had his time at Red Bull when he was shocking. But Hajar and Lindblad at Red Bull, and then maybe Lawson and Tosolov at Racing Bulls. I think that's probably what they would do. Holy understeer, Gerald. I can't see them bringing Yuki back. I mean, he had his time. He was good. But obviously he wasn't fantastic. Then he obviously got the harsh punishment of being put in the second Red Bull seat, which before 2026 was probably the worst job you could have in Formula 1. Right, Kaka. Bring back Ricciardo Red Bull. You see, I could, but I feel like that's very boring and overdone. I feel like that's always it's always the same thing. Like, oh yeah, what if we reunited Red Bull with Ricciardo and had like one final adventure together? I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, if Red Bull offer it, then maybe I would. But I feel like going to Ferrari would be a lot more cool, because obviously he's never driven for Ferrari, and he's part Italian, or he's not part Italian, he's got Italian heritage. I just think that's a very, very cool concept. Hi from Argentina. You're right, Ariel. Great flag Argentina has. That's all I really know about Argentina. That's literally it, their flag. I know the capital city is Buenos Aires, and I know a little bit of their language. That's it. Time management's going well, as we can see. I am stinking up the gaffer really bad, but it's all good. As long as I complete the program, it's fine. I will be doing quick practice after to get all the extra upgrades and things. Nice. Why am I in a Cadillac? Because they're new. Ricciardo is spiritually American. Cadillac are American. They're a crap team, and you kind of want to be at a crap team for the start of a career mode. All those things, really. I don't like this circuit. I think, honestly, it's probably one of my favourites. In the top 5 easily. Alongside Spa. Maybe Baku, although Baku's fallen down quite a bit recently. Singapore's still up there though. And Melbourne as well. But this track is definitely top 5, maybe even top 3. Depending on what mood I'm in. Yeah, I mean, with what team I'm driving at, I'm just going to wait to see what gets offered to me. There's a very good chance I get no offers at a top team, and it's just going to be Cadillac, Haas, or like Audi, and that's it. I know Haas are going to have an offer because we did secret meetings with them, and obviously I don't really want to go back to my old team. I mean, Haas, Cadillac, Haas in the first 3 seasons are not great, so yeah, I think we'll stick with Cadillac. It's a good vibe. I just hope we don't drop Perez, because one of the main reasons I joined Cadillac, apart from all the others I listed earlier, was that my favourite driver's Perez, and now I'm his teammate, which is quite cool. Right, Danny. I'm still trying to figure out the battery around this circuit. I honestly think it's an angle of just dumping it in Sector 1, saving it through Sector 2, and then dumping it again here, and that's about it. Hope Madrid won't be much of a disappointment. I think it'll be fun for the first race in real life, because it's the first time ever. But I think the racing is going to be just egregious in every single way. I'd be surprised if we see a single actual overtake, as in, like, not battery powered or even battery powered. We might not even get that. There is genuinely not a single overtaking spot in Madrid. Like, there's not a single one that I can think of. Maybe turn 1 if you get a good run out the final corner, but that's literally it. I genuinely can't think of a secondary place that you can get a move done without the driver in front making like an error and like going off or something. It's a bit like, oh Nelly, it's a bit like Qatar really. You only really have turn 1 because it's a long straight, but you're not really going to get an overtake through here. Unless, like I said, the driver in front makes a mistake or you've got brand new tyres or something. My favourite team? I don't really have a favourite team. I support the team that Sergio Perez is driving for. So 2 years ago it would have been Red Bull, hence why my room is covered in Red Bull stuff because of those 4 years. Now it's Cadillac, hence why I've got a Cadillac t-shirt on. 2025, I guess it was McLaren, although I didn't really have a favourite team. Basically, I don't really care about the teams. To me, the teams are just a logo and a name. I only really care about the drivers because they're the actual, like, skill and personality of sort of F1 to me. So, yeah. Car feels very understeery compared to my practice run in a Ferrari I did like an hour ago. It feels very understeery, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue when we get into the race, because I'll be a bit more used to it. Is there anyone in their career who retired at the end of a season? No. And that's because technically this is season 1. Oh, hang on. Okay! How have I not got damage? No one knows, but I have just been slain by the Aston. That's cool. But yeah, technically I call this Season 2 because Season 1 was in the 25 version of the game and Season 2 is in the 26 version of the game. So technically this is Season 1, meaning there's no driver moves yet. But obviously after this, we'll go into Season 2 of this like specific save file, and then we'll have some driver moves going on. Have you seen the wildfires? They're mad? I actually haven't, no. What I do know is that while I was having a little little nap yesterday, I got woken up by a blaring alarm on my phone saying wildfires, like, warning. Mate, I live in the most urban area of England. There's literally not a patch of grass or greenery for about 100 miles. What are you telling me for? Tell the people in, like, the Midlands and Essex and things, not me. But yeah, I haven't seen them, but I can imagine they're pretty bad. Although apparently most of them weren't even because of, like, the heat. It was because people were just setting fire to it for fun. Was that Stroll? I have no idea. To be honest, Alonso's just as bad. Alonso cost me a Q2 at Madrid because he just got in the way at turn 1. Could be either. You're right, Indy, I'm doing alright, mate. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Hope you're doing good yourself. When I make the career frequently, Hamilton retires. I think that's because, well, I assume there must be like a percentage for like a driver to retire, like the chance of it. And it's based on like the age of the drivers, I guess, which is why like Alonso and Hamilton retire often. But yeah, he does. I think he retired at in the 25 version of this save file. Hamilton did retire for Season 2, but obviously, like I said, this is a different save file. This is Season 1, so that technically didn't happen. But it is possible. I think you also get a message about that beforehand, although, to be fair, I don't check my messages in this game, so I have no idea. I'm quite excited, though. I hope we get a lot of driver changes, like, numerous, at least, like, 4 or 5. That would be great. See some rookies coming to the mix. I do have driver icons off, so there'll be no Michael Schumacher joining Williams and things, which I think is for the best. This isn't a fantasy career, like where we get like X or even dead drivers back in and things like that. This is supposed to kind of reflect real life F1, I guess, in some regard, I suppose. So we'll see. I'm Canadian. Is Birmingham really considered a shithole? Absolutely, yes. Anyone that isn't from Birmingham calls Birmingham a shithole. Actually, probably people from Birmingham call it a shithole too. I personally don't know anyone from Birmingham, but I've been there. It's a shithole. It is a, yeah, it's a stain on Britain. It's not, yeah, don't like it. Bad place. I don't know if I'll go as far as to call it hell on earth. That'd be like Bristol or something, or like Norfolk, but it is definitely up there. It's bad. Although most of England's bad. I think the only place that's nice is the Cotswolds, which is basically just like a medieval countryside. That's about it. That's the only good place in England nowadays. Holy understeer, Batman. It's quite interesting how in a Ferrari, there's none of those understeer problems at all. It's like really good. I go in a career mode car and suddenly it's all over the place. Although, like I said, I should be okay when I actually start racing proper in quali and things. Just gotta get a bit of adaptability and we'll be fine. Speaking of which, this is our final lap of practice. It's not great, but I wasn't really concentrating, to be fair, so I'm not really bothered. I didn't crash, so that's a positive. There we go. It's so hot in England, it's hard to sleep. Yeah, I was doing the double towel strategy. I soaked 2 towels, put one on my bed to lay on, and then another one over me. And it was good for the best part of about 14 minutes, and then the towels got really, like, smelly and dry and hot, and it was just back to normal. It's bad. I mean, I don't really mind it at all. I don't mind the heat. It's like 48 degrees in my room, like internal temperature. It's not bad. It's just, you'd rather it be colder, you know? I mean, I am a fan of winter. I do like winter, but honestly, I just don't like it too hot or too cold. Like a spring day where it's like 20 degrees or 25. Anything between 15 and 25, lovely. Give me all of that. That's ideal.
What an incredible practice session.
If I had the chance, which old F1 team would I bring back to the grid? I chose Lotus. Oh, wow. Why am I so far down in practice? Why am I there? I don't know. That's a really good question. I think Lotus... I mean, I would say Lotus myself, but you said it, so I'll think of a different answer. But Lotus would probably be the coolest one. Technically, Lotus still exists because they're... Are they Alpine? Is that how that works? I don't remember. Honestly, BAR Honda would be quite cool. Have a Japanese works team back in F1. Wait, no. Isn't BAR, like, British something? Anyway, that team. The one that Jensen Button drove for back in, like, 2006 when I was born. BAR, I think that'd be cool. Now, let's remember to change to the newest engine available. We don't want to be doing Qatar with a knackered engine. It's not the worst because there's only one straight, but it's obviously less than ideal. Wow, look how low worn our control electronics are. 26,788. That's in 14 races. Gearbox too. Basically nowhere at all. Fair play. Alright. Get ourselves ready for qualifying. Start my recording. Let's have it. I'm actually running out of storage space on my SSD because I've just got too many recordings of, like, career modes from both the Ricciardo career and my team. But I just get so lazy that I just can't be bothered editing them. I did 2 in one day and I was like, I'm going to keep this up, and I just didn't. Which is me all over. The worst F1 track currently used, and by shape, if I'm allowed to include Madrid, since it's obviously on the real-life calendar, I would say that, but obviously we haven't raced there yet, so I'd say Miami. I think Miami as a shape and, like, just a general racetrack is just terrible. But with F1 cars, they're so unsuited for racing because they're so big and heavy and wide that I feel like every track's pretty bad apart from, like, Brazil. I feel like if you got GT3 or even MotoGP or IndyCar, any other racing series that's either a spec series or just has better racing, chuck them at Miami and it'll be alright, it'll, like, be okay. I think it's just because F1 cars are terrible for racing. When I was born, Vettel won the first World Championship. Okay, so you were born in 2010. That makes me feel really old, because when I was born, Fernando Alonso won his 2nd world title. You have a new profile picture? Good stuff, mate. I do too, technically. It's, slightly different. I just made the background orange, so it pops a bit more. Alright, so welcome to qualifying then for Qatar. I'm going to actually fiddle with this setup a little bit. I'm going to go down 6 on this and go up 6 on this. So it's a lot more balanced, because I had some pretty bad understeer, and obviously understeer comes from too much front wing. And, well, let's see what Perez can do. Keep in mind, our car's actually quite good now. It is 5th on the R&D, so a top 10 should be possible, but we'll just see how it goes. Sergio Perez, 24.1 inside the top 10. That is what we need to be. Let's go. Do I think Hamilton will be an 8-time world champion, or Anthony will get his first? I think Anthony getting his first is the obvious answer. He's got like a 100-point lead. He's the best performing driver. He's making the most of his car. He's very composed. He should have won 2 more races. Well, he should have got a second in Barcelona and a first in Silverstone, but only didn't because of car issues unrelated to him. Other than that, he has driven nearly perfectly. Hamilton's been good, but with Ferrari not having the clear best car and Hamilton sometimes cocking up a little bit, I just can't see it happening. It's just too much of a gap to overturn. And when I was my sister, you say that like that's really old. I mean, I'm only 20. I've got a sister that's 39. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that old. I hope Hamilton, but I think Kimi. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind if Kimi wins. It's just, I would have liked a bit more of a fight. You know, like a little bit of a comeback. Even if there was a bit of a comeback and Kimi still won, that'd be fine, as long as there was a bit of a battle. Whereas right now, it's only a matter of time, it seems. Do I like Max's helmet for the Dutch Grand Prix? I haven't actually seen it, so I can't really give you an answer there. So here we go then, our first lap in qualifying. 24.1 is the lap time to beat that was set by my teammate, Sergio Tequila, Minister of Defense Perez. Let's see what this old car's got. Let's see what these upgrades have done. Obviously, we just come out of a win in Vegas, so we'll see how it goes. Already getting pretty bad understeer through turn 1. I'm hoping that everyone's kind of got that, so it's still not bad. Sector 1 is going to be a 31.5 from Hulkenberg. That's what we've got to keep an eye on. Ignore that track cut, pretty please. And that one, I'm warming up. Oh, and that one. Okay, that's not good. And we're only 3 temps up on Hulkenberg, and Sector 1's a good one. I am going to just drop back slightly there to reprimand myself for going off. So I probably just... Oh my goodness, what a terrible lap this has been. I have not done any warm-up on the soft tyre yet so far, so there is a very high probability that I'm going to have to go and do a second run, which of course you don't want to do. You want to save your tyres as much as possible. I've also got way too much battery left. I'm only 2.5 steps up, getting understeer, more understeer, more understeer. It's just understeer galore. More understeer. Okay. Well, I've managed to use up my battery, which is good. I'm hoping that gave me some time in Sector 3 and we can maybe go somewhere into the top, whatever. 24.1 by Perez, 24.4 from Danny Rick. That might be enough to get through, but it's going to be a bit nip and tuck. If Antonelli flops in the back half of the season, it's so over for him. If the car turns to trash, it's over. I agree, but I just don't see that happening. But you never know. I can't exactly predict the future. My camera saying they're the same for every team. They are indeed, yes. Right, so after that lap, I find myself 3 tenths off Perez, which isn't bad considering that lap was genuinely terrible in every definition of the word. Our gap to getting knocked out is going to be half a second. I'm going to take a gamble and say that that's just going to be enough to slip through. I honestly can't see all of these lot finding nearly about 7 tenths. I just can't see it. So let's take the risk. Come on. Yep, got away with that. Stayed 13th. All right. We make it to Q2, and that just shows how good our car is now. If our car was like it was 6 or 8 races ago, that lap would have been a bottom 2, bottom 3, because it was genuinely terrible. But because our car is actually quite good now, it's near the front.
Looks like a leak somewhere in the system.
Even though it's a bad lap, it's enough to get through.
So we can patch it up, I'm afraid.
Gorgeous. Hope in a few seasons that Behrman goes to a better team. I think he would fit in Racing Bulls or Ferrari. Ferrari makes sense because he's obviously in Haas, and he's also a Ferrari Junior, or he was. But Hamilton just ain't leaving, so it's going to be quite tough for Behrman. There's nowhere for him to go, but I'd just like to see all the rookies that we had for this year and last year. So Lindblad, Hadjar, Bortoletto, Behrman, and Antonelli, all of them in top teams. I feel like you could have Bortoletto and Antonelli in Mercedes. You could have, like, Behrman at Ferrari and then Bortoletto, well, not Bortoletto, you could have Lindblad at Red Bull and Hadjar at Red Bull and things like that. Only issue is Verstappen and Russell and Hamilton are all sticking around, so it's kind of tough. I feel so bad for Max. He's a very talented driver, but his car problems are ruining it for him. Yeah, I mean, that's F1. You think Max win was fair in 2021? Fair enough. I mean, I wanted nothing more for Max to win, and yet it very evidently wasn't fair. But I also feel like you can't really grumble about it anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those. It's happened. It's gone. But I mean, it's part of F1. You can't have the best car every year, can you? Right, Q2. I'm hoping I can put in a much better lap this time round and send myself straight into Q3. Although if I don't, I have the time and the tyres to go again if I need to. Here we go. Brake a little bit more that time around. Already getting snaps of oversteering. This car's just not felt good at all. It's just so badly balanced. Like, I'm getting terrible oversteer and understeer simultaneously. It's just a terrible car to drive at the minute. I'm still going to find myself 2 temps up on Hajar though, so it's not bad, but as you can see, the car is undrivable. This is by far the worst the car, that was not English. It's the worst the car has been all season. Even when it was slower, it was, you know, you could actually drive it without nearly crashing every corner. Sector 2 coming through. It's going to be a 59.2. I'm going to pump in a 59.1. So not good enough at the minute to get into that top 10, which means I'm going to have to go again, which I'm not too angry about. This lap again has been terrible. I just can't drive. I can't do it. Something's going on. The car's terrible. My driving's terrible, and it's not a good look. It's going to be a 23.9. I improved to 9th, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Why can't I do a lap? I know I haven't played for 5 days, but still, this is terrible. It's like I learned stuff from my first lap, and I just don't carry it over. Although, to be fair, that's all I ever do. I make mistakes, but I physically and mentally can't learn from them, which is my problem. Definitely gonna have to go again. There's only a, well, just over a 10th gap to being knocked out, so we are gonna go again. I think. Yeah, definitely. For some reason, around this track, no matter what car I'm in, if it's in a career mode, it feels terrible. I understeer in the high speed and I oversteer in the low speed every single time. Don't get knocked out like in Madrid. I mean, that was a different story because I got knocked out by a different driver blocking me. Whereas here I intend to do it with a clean lap and some decent pace. Here we go. Second running Q2. Perez is ahead of me. I need this lap now. Come on. And I'm now down to 11th, so I really do need this lap. Okay. Just gets blocked by the Haas just on the racing line. Much better exit. There's the time starting to flood in. Decent. Come on. Little bit wide, but it's another good exit. There you go. Half a second up. That's what we needed. Keep it flat. Flat again. Little lift. Turn the hot lap off. Little lift. Yeah, much better lap this time around. I'm going to lose a bit of time here because I don't have as much battery, but... Oh, nearly, man. I've just cocked up the final corner. Oh dear, I've just lost 2 temps. Please tell me that's enough. Did I just bottle it at the final corner? Okay, now we're through. Whew. That was too close. Bottled the final corner really bad. I braked way too early and... Oh, you poor bastard. Perez goes from ahead of me and to getting knocked out. That is really tough. How? Hang on. Excuse me. Hang on a minute. Perez was 9th. I was 10th. How have I ended 9th and he's 11th? How does that work? Hang on. Okay, I have no idea. Bottom line is, though, I'm into Q3 and Perez is not. Yeah, I don't know what that Haas was doing. I mean, all you had to do was literally just turn right a little bit. Like, just give it one of these. Ready, look. Bow. That's it. One of them. And that would have been all, you know, fine. Luckily, the lap was more than good enough to get through, even with that, losing, like, a couple of attempts, because I had to, well, basically just take the corner from 10 meters inwards. I moved down to 11th at the start. Now, I get that. I'm just saying, I went from 1 place behind Perez to 2 places ahead, and he also got knocked out. And also, there was a 3/10 gap. So you're telling me there was... That's... I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Perez out, I'm in. Get in, that's all that matters to me. We've got 1 lap then. We've got 1 set of tyres left. Let's do it. 23.6 is the benchmark to beat at least 1 driver in this. Let's go. Did Carlos improve in Q2? Yes, he's in Q3, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, he is. In the top 5 as well, go on the boy. Apparently, oh, wrong button. Apparently he's close to signing a contract extension with Williams. Which, fair play to him. I mean, to be fair, it's probably the only team that would want him. But there we go. So this is it then. Q3. 1 lap remaining. Let's do it. Don't know what exactly is going to be possible in terms of position, but let's just try and make it my best lap of the day. And I'll be satisfied with that. Come on. I like that. Not ideal. Not bad. Yeah, that'll do nicely, to be honest. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. That's a lovely lap. I'll take that all day long. It's going to be a 20... Why did my wheel just break? 22 something. It is going to be a top 7. That is very lovely. That's very nice. I think that's by far my best lap. I don't actually remember what I did in Q2, but I've managed to outpace both of the Williams and Max Verstappen. So, I think that's pretty class. That's not bad at all. You predicted 23-1 and I went and got a 23-0. To be fair, the fact you nearly predicted it by half a 10 is actually class. Fair play to you. How do I do 24 in Q3? How do you mean? Bro, I did outpace you. I outpaced him. That's who I outpaced. You're 10. Where's my tea gone? Where's that? Great timing, by the way, Max. Fancy letting us know if you're going to McLaren or retiring next season. That'll be great. Get a load of views then. Imagine that. Max Verstappen confirms to me his future plans. Oh, I thought you were asking how you get 24 cars. I see. I mean, I don't want to sound like Will Buxton, but it's because I went a second quicker because I did a better lap. I don't exactly know what else to suggest, really. So there we go. Right, race time. Let's have it. But I'm very happy with that lap. Of course, as there is with every lap ever, there's, of course, time in there, but... yeah. I don't think I was going to get higher than 7th. Never ever trust a fart. That is one of the world's greatest advices. If you have to push hard, it's probably solid. That's the life lesson of the day. I say P3 in the race. Possible. Who knows? Imagine if YouTube had GIFs. That'd be cool, but I feel like they'd get abused quite quickly with offensive media. But welcome to the Qatar Grand Prix! This is the penultimate round of the season. We are going to be starting 7th, unless there are some grid penalties, which there is. We move up to 6th. Who has taken a penalty? It is going to be... oh no, it's Hamilton and Hajar. Both of them go down to last as they are on the, what are they called? For penalties, that's it. Okay, strategy is going to be medium, hard. I do think the one stop is possible, but I don't mind this at all, to be honest. I think this is a perfectly good strategy. I like it. Picasso. I think we just go. Oh, that's a thought. I didn't calculate my fuel. Oh, well, I'll put 1 lap extra. We'll see how that goes. I forgot to do it. Yeah. Alright, let's go. I'm honestly just hoping that I've just got consistent pace, and that's about it, really. That's all you need. Medium tyres for the front 5 ahead of me, too. He lashes out with borderline violence. That's a great quote. That's got to be like one of F1's greatest quotes from like a driver. When things don't go his way, he lashes out with anger and borderline violence. Mad Max is actually such a fitting name, it's quite remarkable. It's like calling me Fat Krim, it's just like, it's a match made in heaven. I look so out of place here, it's quite, I mean, so does Sainz. We got what? Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes. Cadillac Williams. Nice one. It's making me want to play F1 25. I'm glad. I think that means I'm doing a good job. Imagine I did the whole race like this, just spamming my throttle pedal. Is this how rally drivers drive? Is it just this? Might play the 26 car soon. They're not bad. I still think I'm going to get rid of the battery, but I do like the handling sometimes. I mean, I like 25 because you can just throw the cars about when they stick, which I know isn't realistic, but it's fun, and that's all I really care about. But I like these cars. They've got their own, like, little tweaks to them that the 25 cars don't. But here we go, then, lining up for the penultimate round of the season, 0.3. That'll do me nicely.
Okay, so...
I also need to do this. There we go. Right.
That's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
And here we go then, round number 15, the Qatar Grand Prix is on the way here in Qatar. And it's a good start, to be honest. Go on, straight past Kimi Anton. Oh my goodness, I'm here. Hello, everyone. If they didn't go 3 wide, I could have had literally all of them there. Up the inside of Charles Leclerc, going 3 wide. Oh, jeez Louise, wheel to wheel with Charlie. I ain't got enough grip for that. All good. Scary, terrifying. We have gained a place on the opening lap, which I will take. That's very nice. Very good, very nice. Probably could have got Leclerc there too. I had a lot more battery in the locker. It's all good though. We've gained a place, so we're off. Sergio Perez up to 7th, by the way, on the soft tyre. And I've been hit by Antonelli. Okay, nice one. At least I'm not off. That could have been a lot worse. But Kimi Anton clips my rear. So I'm now back down to where I started. Oh well, life goes on. Through the fast section. I could probably go down to about 40% battery here and then regain it through sector 2. So let's burn this bitch. Come on then. First lap completed. I've lost a place to Antonelli. I'm now looking to gain it back. See ya. Checo Perez might get him too. I'm going to give Perez the slipstream. He's going to look for a move on me too, the cheeky bastard. Not going to happen though. Sergio Perez up to 6th. Daniel Ricciardo up to 5th. Look at the Cadillac boys, yeah? This is exceptional. Now, it is, of course, crucial that I stay within a second of the cars ahead, but they are also pretty fast cars, so that might not be entirely possible. Fastest sector 1 for Danny Rick 2. Hooah! Yellow flag somewhere. I think it's ahead. I think it's George Russell, you know. Hello, 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 governor. You're going to... Okay, yeah, you know what? That'll do. George Russell is out of the race.
Green flag.
Look at us go. 4th and 5th now for the Cadillac drivers. Come on. Unfortunate for Russell, kind of reflects his real life luck in a way. Perez looking for a move up the outside, but what is he doing? That's a bit freaky, I don't like it. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about team orders, because Perez has the soft tyre. Although saying that, I am nearly within a second of Charles Leclerc, so it might not be that bad actually. Oh, a bit wide. Perez getting a bit closer. He's not going to get close enough though, so I think we just chill, to be honest. Try and stay within a second of the McLaren of Piastri and Leclerc, as I believe Lando Norris is now going to be leading the race out of basically just nothing. Fair play to him. Alex Albon moves ahead of Kimi Antonelli for P6 as well, and I'm hoping that they scrap a little bit, so it gives me and Checo a bit of breathing room, so that, you know, we don't get overtaken, because it's a race, and you don't want that to happen. That is your good friend Sergio. Yes, it is. He's flying. He's doing better in a Cadillac than he was ever doing in a Red Bull. Okay, F is a bit of a stretch, but 24 at least. I mean, real ones forget those first couple of races where he almost beat Max in Japan. In quali, at least. Okay. That's what we're doing, is it, Checo? That's what we're doing. We're going for a dive bomb down the inside of that corner, really. Okay. Help ignore that. Kind of holding people up here. I'm not doing a very good job of keeping the pace. I'm very slow at the minute. I've lost the overtake. Perez is quite far back though, so we're okay. Oh, and Perez is dead. Okay. He's been overtaken by 3 cars, I believe. Anthony, Verstappen, and Albon. And Sainz. Okay, he's now basically at the points. I will not be taking responsibility for that. I'm good. Oh my goodness, can my car stop understeering? Oh, this is really difficult to drive. My goodness. I feel like I'm driving the real-life Aston Martin before their upgrade. Talking too much and not driving, lock in for a few laps. I'll be honest, mate, it will make no difference. It makes zero difference whatsoever. And I mean, this stream is for me to talk and entertain, not really focusing on the gameplay, do you know what I mean?
Tyre condition still looking good.
Well, Mark, they don't feel too good, I'll be honest, mate. They feel pretty dreadful.
Antonelli behind. We want to keep them behind, please. It's critical for our race.
Now, I know it's critical, but you can't expect me to... I'm going to do an arc-on. I'm going to try and defend like a lion, and it'll just sort of drive past. How am I supposed to defend? You say my tyres are good. They feel terrible. I'm understeering around like a kangaroo. Why are we spamming Nikita Mazepin? That corner's really tricky. It's because I keep using the battery before the corner. Here comes Kimi Antonelli. I'm trying to defend, but I've got no speed. No, not like this. Oh, dear Lord.
Okay, unlucky, mate. It was a good try, but we didn't quite meet our targets.
Oh, shut up, Mark. You're useless as ever.
Let's focus right the way into
Kimi Antonelli goes through. We're now down to 5th. Here comes Verstappen as well. Wearing Hadjar's helmet. Don't worry about that. That's just how that works nowadays. They swap helmets for a laugh, for a bet. Do you know what I mean? In reality, though, for some reason, this livery mod that I've got for Red Bull swaps their helmets round. I have no idea how the mod has managed it. I imagine that's actually quite difficult to do, but they've done it, so fair play. And it's just the tyres. Like, their tyres are in a whole other league. You know, my tyres are like Lincoln City, and their tyres are like Liverpool. Like, it's a whole other league of performance I'm missing out on. Right, for Jeff to return, I would not be against that whatsoever. There's nothing wrong with Mark's, like, it's just the fact that the voice lines they gave him, he just says the most obvious, dumb things that really don't help in the moment, in the slightest. Like, saying it's unfortunate Antonelli gets past me when I'm still actively fighting him is just dumb. Here comes Verstappen, though. Trying to use my battery and also catch up to Antonelli, but it's just not enough. He's got that blue overtake. Gaining. Round the outside, no grip, and he goes through. Honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to survive. That's literally all I can do, and just hope that things go more into my favour later on, because right now, this is bad. Engineer quiet.
Got that confirmed.
Yeah, Max, you did pass me. How does this make you feel? I mean, to be fair, it's a cannon like against a Red Bull, but still. Next car that's going to overtake me is going to be Carlos Sainz in the Williams. Although I'm not too bothered, I'm just going to drive my own race and just see where I end up at this point. It's clear I haven't got the pace for, like... I might score points still, you never know. Sainz looking for a move now, round the outside, stop. Yeah, actually managed to hold on. Nice. We'll take that. Gotta lick the stamp and send it, yeah, from 1 second back for sure. I'll give that a go next lap. When am I pitting? Lap 9, I believe. Oh, this is relentless. Oh, someone's in. It's Sergio Perez on the soft. Makes sense, and here we go. It's now my time to pit, but here comes Carlos Sainz down the inside. Now the inside line is so much better, especially when you've just got no grip like me. Fighting wheel to wheel, I'm not going to give this up just yet. Inside line, we keep the place. Okay, well, at least I held on for a little while. I can now drain the battery too, because obviously I'll recover it in the pits, so we'll see if I can gain a little bit on Antonelli and whoever else. Oh my goodness, why am I going so well? You can see the marbles in like the, what do you want to call it, the graining, that's the word on my tyres, which you don't usually see very often, but it's bad. I'm trying to avoid the curbs, but it just makes me slower. So, I don't even know if that's a good strategy. World record pit stop, that's kind of what we need at this stage. Where is the pit entry? Isn't it like... Oh, it's over here now, isn't it? That court... Why am I struggling so much around there? I never do that. Right, welcome to pit lane. Oh, I've massively cocked that up. All good. We're now in for our first and, well, actually, our first of 2 stops, and that's probably why I'm struggling so much. That front left, oh my goodness, is more than double the wear of my other 3 tyres. Okay, so I need to avoid the front left corners is what we need to do. Nice driving. Well, it's funny how you comment that immediately after I make a mistake, but thanks, mate. I appreciate that. So we exit the pits just behind my teammates. I've actually actively been undercut by my teammate there. So what I'm going to do for this stint is I'm going to stay off the curbs on my front left. But the front right, I know I can give a bit of punishment. So like here, for example, I'm actually going to... Oh, that's not done well. Give it like one of them. And just see if that does anything, really. I mean, to be fair, the undercut is very good around here. It makes sense. I might actually do an undercut on my second stint. I'll pit after 8 laps rather than 9. I just don't have any pace, is the issue. I did go from a medium to medium, yes. I'll be going from a medium to a hard on my next stop. Alright, so I want to pit on lap 17. There we go. Little green sector never hurt anyone. Even after trying to save my tyre by avoiding the curves, it's making literally no difference at all. My tyres are still wearing at about 8 to 10% a lap. Well, ignore that. Right, I'm going back to using the curb. It's made literally no difference. We do have the blue energy mode, though. Only thing that's concerning is that no one else is really pitting yet, apart from Howjar, who goes on to the hard tyre. So does that mean they're actually trying to one-stop? Which, if they are, that is bad news for me. Track is more left side. I know why the wear is happening on the front right, on the front left side. I'm just saying that trying to avoid the curbs is not making a difference. So I'm going to go back to using the curbs because it makes me faster. So there we go. Unfortunately, my teammate is one of the best tyre savers in the sports history, which is not ideal. Oh dear. I have no idea where your teammate is, Maxi. He just picked. Oh no, I do. He's in 19th. That's where he is. He's right behind me. All right, come on, let's get Perez. Speed and power. And there's Max Verstappen, by the way. Undercut has kind of worked. Only thing is, he's one-stopping, so it kind of isn't great for me that I'm still behind him. So, there we go. Making faster is left movement under braking and finding rhythm.
Okay, Mika.
You don't say.
Using as much fuel as we need to, so let's burn through some more.
Mark,
so that we're not
you
too
say
heavy
this to
in
me
the
every
race.
race. I don't know how to burn more fuel. We don't have rich mode anymore. Do you know what I mean? I am hoping the hard tyre place will be pretty bloody nice. Shut up, Mark, that's what I'm saying. Understeer theory. The theory of understeer. Hang on, Max getting held. Oh, Moro. I don't know what's going on anymore. Verstappen getting held up by Bortoletto there doesn't mean anything. But there we go. He deserved the DSQ for that. I mean, didn't do anything wrong, just bad timing. It's not like he was a lap down. Doesn't even matter anyway. I think Perez has has like 4 or 5 points this season. I mean, I've got 55, but he has scored 100%, just nothing spectacular. Although our car's only been good enough for points. Oh my goodness, this understeer and oversteer, understeer, oversteer, understeer. It's just back and forth. I try and predict it, and it always does the other thing. If I predict understeer, it actually works for once. It's so frustrating. But yeah, to be fair, our car's only been good enough for points for the last sort of 4 or 5 races. And he's done pretty well. A trend that I have noticed is that the better my car gets, the closer my AI teammate is to me. Which is a very weird phenomenon. It's like I can't drive the car to the maximum anymore. Or the AI just get better. I don't know, it's weird. Like at the start of the season, I was putting like 40 seconds on Perez, whereas now, as you can see, he's arguably quicker than me. The only reason I'm ahead is track position. And going off track about 4 times a lap, obviously. Three more laps, oh no, 2 more. No, it is 3, 2.5 until I pit. I'm going on lap 17, I'm going to try and get the undercut. Only thing is, I think Perez might do lap 17, so that might not actually be possible. Although if I tell the team I'm pitting beforehand, it might not be a problem, might keep him out. It's so weird around this track as well. It's either an incredible drive where like I do something crazy, or it's just utterly terrible.
That wasn't quite what we needed, but let's not worry
Here
about
it's
it.
looking
Keep
like the
your head down,
latter.
chin up, there's a long way to go.
I mean, this time in this race in the first season, I actually won in the Haas ahead of Leclerc. It's one of the closest, most intense races I've done because it was basically me and Leclerc, and that's it. Everyone else was over 20 seconds back. And he was right up my... like Perez is now, but imagine a Ferrari and for the win, for the lead of the race, for the Grand Prix win rather than P5. And that Haas was probably about the same level of performance as this car is now. As you can see, I am not winning. Although miraculously, I have won a race this season, so that's pretty good. Alright, I'm going to be pitting this lap. I'm going to try to anyway. I think Perez might want to. Speaking of Perez, he's looking for a move. I'm going to give him the inside line, because that is just, or outside rather, because it's just worse. And I do keep the place, but it's just so slow.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Well, I'm hoping that because I've told the team, they're not going to pit Checo until the lap after. That's my hope anyway. It might just not happen that way, but we'll see. Go faster, good advice. That's like telling an angry person to calm down. Speed! stop number 2. In we go. I mean, hey, we get the double stack off at least.
In the pits.
Oh, do! Nice little spinach aisles to get the double stack to work. We'll take those. And like I said, drive faster than I did that. That's hilarious. Arms are a bit knackered. Oh dear. I thought I was far enough back, I guess not. Oh wait, I can't really see. I've got to do my exit. So we come out 20th. And, well, 6 seconds behind my teammate. Oh dear. Oh dear me, you're in trouble. What on earth? Okay, car doesn't want to turn anymore, that's fine. And how did we get here? I had such a good qualifying lap to go into 7th, started 6th, and I somehow find myself 20th on pace. Like, well, I'm so confused. I mean, fair play to Perez too, he has been the better driver today by far. I don't think I've done a single clean lap either, which I kind of give myself the excuse that I haven't played for a week, but even so. What's the point even finishing? So the stream's a bit longer. Obviously. Out front when I don't have, because I don't play with damage, which I know sounds dumb, but there is a good reason. If I got damage there, it's either I have 0 chance of regaining anything because I am going to have to spend 30 seconds in the pits, or I use a flashback, which people hate. So a good compromise is that I don't have damage, so I still lose time for making a mistake, but it isn't like race ruining. I can still make a comeback if I'm good enough. I really did do a Leclerc, huh? Just use the battery with bad tyre wear. I keep forgetting just how powerful the battery is. It literally just kills you if you're too aggressive with it. We've got Perez at a second a lap faster than me. I honestly just don't know where he's finding the time. I feel like I'm driving nearly as fast as I can and it's just not good enough. One of those on 18th, come on Max, chase that trophy. Pretend it's your favourite food is a crazy com. I think the main issue this race is obviously the tyre wear and the pace, but also I've done a 2-stopper, and even after my first stop, I wasn't ahead of the 1-stoppers. Okay, so that was kind of a recipe for disaster.
I'm setting you a new target. Push, push.
Thanks, Mark. He is such a bell end. Just get rid of these objectives. They're so useless. Oh, understeer. Who would have guessed? I'm on the hard right now, mate. Not medium, medium, hard. Oh, nice. Speed and power. Oh, let's get Gabriel. Come on. Nice one.
Oh,
I wish my game would stop freezing at the start-finish line every time. It is so distracting.
Smashed it.
Oh, more understeer, awesome. If the car actually felt balanced like it did in my literal previous 30-odd races, then I'd probably be flying right now. It's literally only this track where my car just feels like it does what it wants to. Like it's feral. It's just a wild beast. See, like, more understeer. Like, why? I mean, I know why, but why? And you get corners like that where it doesn't understeer at all, and it throws me off because I anticipate it and then it just doesn't happen. I show tire wear. I need to do that more often. I don't know why I don't. To be honest, I don't change my ERS or anything, so there we go. But as you can see, the main issue I've had is the front left. That has been the cause of pretty much all of my troubles today. That's why I'm getting understeer. Because of, well, that, basically. It's bad. Front left is getting a battering. And I've tried avoiding the curbs, and that made no difference, so... Now I'm just trying to drive as fast as possible and see where that ends up. Right now, looking like a P18, which is pretty awesome. I mean, losing 12 places on pace is pretty shocking. I usually always gain on, like, my actual pace from where I qualify. Not today, though. But there's just too many factors. The car's been terrible, I've been terrible. The tyres have been terrible, and everyone's done a one-stop except me and Perez, which is why we're down here. As it turns out, the two-stop is terrible. It's horrible in every way. It's been wonderful this race. I wouldn't say that. It's currently 4th. It's not doing too bad. Perez is now past Hulkenberg. This actually might be the first time ever as I get more understeer. This first time ever that Sergio Perez has beaten me on pace. I mean, you could argue that I'm behind him because of my spin in the pits, but I'd say he'd be ahead of me either way. And I think this is the first time ever that that's going to happen. More understeer. Understeer again. See, last lap it was fine. This lap understeer. Next lap it'll be fine. That's what I'm saying. If it was the same every lap, it wouldn't be an issue. It'd be fine, so I could just adapt to it. But when it's changing every single lap, it's like being George Russell in real life. What do you do? I'm driving a car that doesn't know what it wants to do, let alone what I want it to do. Again, like there. Perfect. Lovely. Previous lap. Gone. Nice. Oh well. Max, that's been pretty quiet. I think he might have locked in. He's going after that podium. Speaking of, who's leading right now? It's going to be Charles Leclerc. Ugh. He's flying as well. Will I change the calendar? I definitely will. I'm going to remove quite a lot of tracks. The only thing is, there's only really 18 tracks I can actually drive on, and I don't like 10 of them, at least. So, it's going to be a tough calendar to actually make, because I just don't like many tracks. Actually, I'll rephrase it. I don't like driving these cars on those tracks. 25, I'm happy driving near enough every circuit. This version of the game, the 26 cars, is terrible on every track apart from like 3. So it's going to be a tough calendar to actually make. Understeer. That wasn't even understeer. That was me predicting understeer and it wasn't any. Tracks about sprint races, I definitely won't include any sprints, but that also just numbs down my selection to, I'm going to have at least 6 tracks that I just really hate driving on. But like I said, it's not really the tracks, it's the cars. I just hate these cars in general. The handling's terrible, the battery's terrible, although saying that I will be getting rid of the battery for next season. But that doesn't solve my issues, because I still just don't like the handling at all. It's too unpredictable and unbalanced. Which I know it might be a bit more realistic, but I couldn't give a shit about realism. I just want to swing my car into a corner like no one's business. You know at F1 24, like the beta, where you could just turn your wheel 180 degrees and the car would just stick? I want to drive like that. That's what I want. Sorry, mate, I don't speak Italian. I only know about 5 words you've just said. Well, I might be able to get Hulkenberg here, 1.3 behind. Just been a race to forget, so there we go, let's get on with it. Get it over with. Only thing is, that Abu Dhabi is not a good circuit for me. This is surprisingly one of my best tracks. Again, though, in the 25 cars it is. This is the first race indeed. Yeah, I've got Abu Dhabi to do afterwards. Do I have enough speed here? Let's see. Yes, I do. Come on, let's get him. Round the outside, it's the worst line. I'm going for it anyway. And we're up to P17. Come on. Means nothing to me, but at least it's an overtake. Especially with Sergio Perez being faster than me. I don't care where I finish. Being behind Perez is a massive red flag. Still no flashbacks so far this race yet, which is, I guess, some form of achievement by my standards. That's what I was saying though, is I feel like other than the understeer and oversteer, and also my spin in the pit lane, it's actually been not a bad drive. It's been like decent, and yet my reward for it is a P17. Just feels a little bit on the unfair side of the spectrum. I have no idea where Max is. I think he's 4th currently, actually. I lied, I do know. Penultimate lap of the race is going to start. We are chasing Arvid Lindblad, but don't have enough speed, unfortunately. We're just going to try and stay ahead of Hulkenberg at this point. Oh, Max actually in 5th, I lied. He's just dropped down behind Antonelli. I'm getting really annoyed at myself for cutting the track so much, but I don't really have a choice. The understeer, oversteer, and just being a bad driver is all not playing to my own favour here, but we are now going to start the final lap of the race, and I managed to nick some blue energy here, but it's just not going to be enough down the straight unless he turns his battery off, which he doesn't, fair play. And, yeah, nothing to really say. Bad driving. Bad strategy, bad tyre wear, horrible, horrible car. The worst the car has ever been in this whole season, by far. And just kind of a nothing race. It was just kind of a waste of time. I have gained exactly nothing from this. I haven't gained skill, I haven't gained experience, I haven't gained points, I haven't gained position. There's literally nothing to gain. I was hoping for a 90+7 move on Lindblad, but after that understeer, it's not going to happen. I don't think. Unless, look at the speed and power I'm carrying. Come on, car. Get him. Go on. Yeah, we'll take that. Final corner move on Arvid Lindblad. Never mind, I lied. Okay, doesn't matter. We take a P17. I could have had that move done, but I outbraked myself. Oh well. That race just meant nothing to me. That was a complete and utter waste of time. Honestly, Samuel, nothing much. I just had a bad strategy and it cost me massive.
The man from Monaco will win again. Charles Leclerc takes the checkered flag.
Nothing really happened, really. That was just a strange race. I don't think I've ever had that really happen. Where, like, things just go so wrong. Just on pace. Usually I finish down there because of, like, a crash or something. But no, that was just on pace. I was just that shit. Well, as you can see, me and Perez both had a stinker. I lost 11 places, Perez lost 5. And although Perez not as bad, you can see where the strategy went wrong. And the two-stopper just wasn't it, basically. I only finished, what? 2.5 seconds back. Not bad, considering I was 6. So I was actually the faster driver, unfortunately. If we look at the race director, you can see the problem. The best driver to two-stop was Perez, then me, and then the Aston Martins. But everyone else was a one-stopper, and that's where the time was lost. The standings then after Leclerc wins, we're going to have this. Oscar Piastri leads by 9 over Lando Norris, and Leclerc is now out of championship contention despite him winning the Grand Prix because McLaren finished 2 and 3. He's now out of it. So it's going to be between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri for the Drivers' Championship, and there's only 9 points between them, so basically whichever McLaren wins, essentially. Actually, no. If Lando wins and Oscar finishes 2nd, Oscar will win by 1 point. So that's the championship permutations, whatever the word is for that. We are currently in P10, 3 points behind Sainz. We actually did just lose that as well. I was ahead of him, but we are now behind. And we are going to be 22 ahead of Albon, so we should be confirmed for P10 at least in the standings. Sergio Perez down in P15 on 4 points. The Constructors is going to be 92 between McLaren and Mercedes. McLaren are your Constructors World Champions. Ferrari, though, only 7 points away from picking up P2. We are currently P6. Basically, we're guaranteed P6 at this point. We can't catch 5th, and 7th can't catch up. So, 6th, the Cadillac, not too bad. There we go, Bob's your uncle. Favourite driver is Sergio Perez, Emilio. I think I tried my best out of my car, but it was too understeered for my liking. That's what we saw in the people at home. Hope you do good in the next race. Oh, I see you're interviewing me, yeah. I need to answer like an interviewee, which would be like, I mean, I made the most of what we had with the car today. The strategy, I'm going to have a talk with the team back later on. It wasn't, how you say, optimal. But I definitely tried my best out there, as I always do, and it's an unfortunate result. But we'll just go back to the factory, work some things out, work out what went wrong with the strategy in the race today, and we'll come back stronger for the season finale.
Perfect opportunity to show the world.
I feel like that's almost like what a driver would say in an interview.
You belong amongst my very exclusive clientele. That's a joke. I love working with you.
Perez is overhated. I think there is no other words to describe him. He is overhated and underrated. He's overhated and underrated, in my opinion. Although he's only overhated because people think he was hogging a Red Bull seat and he was actually a terrible driver when he isn't. Lawson, Gasly, Albon, and Tsunoda taught us that. I mean, obviously I'm not that biased where I rate him as one of the best ever, or the best on the current grid, but he's easily top 10. Probably like 9th or 10th. That one. Alright, let's get some more adaptability going. Good old regulation change for next season. So, here's the thing. Good luck, that's a pretty good race. Must be a shame for the spin. I was going to say rookie error, but it ain't a rookie. I've got thousands of hours in the game. It doesn't work. I think Lando will edge at Abu Dhabi, has decent pace. He does, but does that transfer to the game? We'll have to wait and see. So for the final race, here's our RND. You are pretty much exactly equal with Haas and Audi. A little bit ahead of Alpine, Williams, and VCarb. And then we have Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, and Red Bull quite a way ahead. Let's go. What's my opinion about Sainz? That's a difficult question to answer. He's a bit of an idiot, but by no means a bad driver. I think apart from Hungary, he's been one of the better drivers this season. Alright, what difficulty am I running? 106. Nice one. Nice one, mate. Alright then, season finale weekend. Let's go. I mean, I'm not really fighting for anything. I'm just here for the vibes and the stream, basically. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, on the other hand, they're fighting literally neck and neck for the driver's title. A bit like in real life, only difference is in real life the gap was a bit further. What was the gap in real life? Wasn't it like... I was like stupid, I don't remember. Oh, good start, that's what you wanted. How did that even happen? What? Did they like change the handling of the car without telling me? Because the car has felt so different to normal. 16, good ball knowledge. I tell you what, there is definitely something that happens when you upgrade the car. Because I noticed in my Porsche My Team, when our car got really good, I could not drive for the life of me. Like, I really couldn't, it was really bad. And now our car in this career mode is actually quite good. Again, I can't drive anymore. Like, it's really bad. Look at that! Oh my goodness, this car is terrible. I don't even care. I'd rather our car be slower if it meant that I could actually drive it in a straight line or a corner. Both, that would be ideal. But I can't explain what's going on. It's like there's just no like balance at all. Sometimes it oversteers, sometimes it understeers, sometimes it brakes nice, other times it doesn't. But again, understeer. So this is just going to be another absolutely egregious weekend for me. I'm going to have to start lowering the difficulty again. Well, not again, I'm going to have to do it for the first time in the race. I mean, I already lower it for quali because I have to. I'm going to have to start doing it for the race because I can't drive this car. I can't do it. Genuine, I'm going to genuine. Why can't I speak English? I'm going to have to swap teams to, like, someone who's really crap, like Aston Martin, because I thrive in crap cars, and like Giancarlo Fisichella. Running on no sleep, me too, mate. I've been up since 1 AM yesterday. That's actually not that long, it's only like 12 hours, but still. I'm going to have to go to another, like, a really crap team, because I'm just not able to drive a car this quick. I can't do it. For some reason. Like, turn, you cunt! Sorry for the language, but I'm just going to freak out in a second, because this is just not fun. I'm genuinely having a miserable time playing this game right now. I don't want to play it. I'd rather play Forza Horizon. Or even iRacing, and that's when it's bad, because I don't like that game at all. Of course, there's nothing stopping me from doing that. I could actually just do that. I'll tell you what, if I was actually fighting for something right now, it would be a massive code red. If I was fighting for a championship, the fact that I'm fighting for nothing is actually a relief. Because it means that none of this really matters at the end of the day. I'm gonna have to drive slow on purpose so I can actually do a lap without crashing or going off. That's the only thing I can think of. All I can think of doing is driving slow on purpose. 1 out of 5, yeah, awesome. Right, I want to do this on softs.
We're going to be logging some...
Shut up, Mark, I've had enough of you. This is the 2025 Hungry Red Boy. It actually is worse than that. This is the Silverstone 26 Aston Martin. That's what this is. Actually, this is, speaking of Alonso, this is the 2012 Ferrari. Remember around here, the car was doing all, like, spinning about and stuff. That's why I keep saying, if the car was, like, fast and understeery, but it was consistent, then that's alright, because I can adapt to that. But it changes its mind every lap. It gets a new personality every lap of, like, what it wants to do. Does it want to be a wild animal? Does it want to be a feral bastard? Does it want to actually be a car? I don't know. This car is expect the unexpected as a car. That's what this is. Could my driving be better? Absolutely, but if I was in the car from literally 2 races ago, I'd be doing a lot better. Just got off the phone with Mark. He said box for... Okay. Don't think I'll be doing that just yet. Oh, dearie me. You would never believe with the car I'm driving now that I won. I won a Grand Prix. And drove excellently, and the car was really good 2 races ago. Technically 2 races ago. I need to shut up, to be honest. I feel like all I've done for the past hour is complain. I need to just stop. That's literally all I do
Okay,
off stream
test
is
complete,
complain
and that was
about
a really
anything
good job
at
indeed.
all.
You got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
I'm literally just known as, by family and friends, as just the moaner, the complainer, because it's all I do, and I'm bringing it into the stream. For good reason, to be fair, because this is just not fun to play. Oh, so hot today. Not just because I'm in the room. It is quite hot. 27 degrees outside. It's going to be about 10 higher than that in my actual room. So it's about high 30s right now. It's pretty hot. I do sound like Max a bit, don't I? I've got a set of good... I wish I played that game a bit more so I knew what you're on about, but I did one lap in a Lamborghini, thought it was crap, and never played it again. That was a few years ago, though, so I might have just not given it a chance. I can't play other racing games. I just don't like them. When I first played Le Mans Ultimate, I liked it, but then I just couldn't drive. I kept crashing everywhere, so I just got fed up with it. I do like rally games, actually. I do like WRC. They're always good. And Euro Truck Simulator, that one's a good one as well. I wonder if I can get any tyre wear upgrades, because I think that would be quite massive. I think quite a lot of my problems are coming down to my tyre wear just being really off balance. So of course, if you turn, it goes straight, and that happens with ABS. Isn't that game praised for its, like, realism? I mean, I've never driven an actual car, so that might actually be realistic, but if it is, that just sounds a bit crap. People forget you still need to trail brake even with ABS. That's news to me, to be honest. I mean, as someone that doesn't play, like, actual sim racing games, I didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense you have to, but good info. I think I do naturally trail brake, though. I still use ABS. I know F1 cars you're not supposed to, but I do deal with it. But I just sort of naturally do, even on, like, other, like, even games where you really don't need to, like, Forza Horizon, I still trail brake on that. I think it's just habit. Do I love Las Marina? Not really. I don't mind it. It's just, it's not up there, though. Try to stiffen the anti-roll bar or suspension. Honestly, I could try that, but the thing is, I'm using a setup off the internet that is very reliable. If I was in like a Grand Prix car right now, or like a bad car, like the Cadillac was a few races ago, it'd be fine. It's purely because the cars got really good, and for some reason that just brings imbalance to the axles and the understeering things. I don't know why, it just does. Like I said, it happened in my Porsche My Team. We got the second quickest car, and I could not drive it. I was having the same problems now. Understeer, oversteer every single lap in different places. It's like when Codemasters, they upgrade the car. They don't just, they don't really think about what they're changing. They just change a value or two and go, that'll do. Or something, I'm not sure. It's really problem in GT3 and road cars. ABS, you need to stop locking. I know what ABS is, I'm just saying. I didn't know you had to trail brake with ABS, because you would have thought that ABS would stop you needing to trail brake because you can't lock up. I suppose getting more rotation makes sense. Although I don't really think that deep about racing cars and cars in general. I just sort of drive them and just see what happens, to be honest. I mean, if you were knowledgeable about cars and like the engineering side, you could probably make my car quite good, quite quickly. But I never really care about that sort of side of it. So why is it doing that? You weren't doing that last lap. Now you do. Make your mind up. The car was actually quite nice for them first 3 laps, and it just goes in the bin all of a sudden. It's like as soon as it hits 20% tyre wear, which used to be a thing on F1 24 and 3, where as soon as your tyres got to 20 or 25% worn, your car would stop working. It's kind of getting that now, same kind of vibe. I just search for money online, hope for the best. Mate, that's exactly what I do. The only things I sometimes change is the aerodynamics, and that's literally it. I don't change anything else. Because I just don't know what any of it... I mean, I know what some of it does, but I just don't want to start fiddling with things. I like to keep things simple. I really need to invest in some wireless headphones. These wires are getting a bit annoying. Oh, nice one. Well, apart from the final 2 laps, I didn't feel too bad, whatever.
Program complete.
Actually, funny story,
Well we got some excellent data with that run, so
about headphones is that I was looking for some wireless headphones. Now, I wanted some AirPods, or like, earphones, I guess. But they literally, I've got some here. I've got these. Now, for the life of me, I've even got, I think, is it here somewhere? Yeah, this. Is it this? I think it's this. No, that's not that. Anyway, I had to buy, like, a pack that come with different size, like, shell things, because for the life of me, they don't fit in my ear. No matter what AirPod or earphone I use, it will not go in my ear, and it just falls out. So, where have you gone? I got this thing, right? Now, this is good, because it comes with, like, a latch thing, like you get on, like a commentator on like a football match, so you kind of just plod it on your ear like that, and off you go. But the issue is that I only got one of them. So, it's a bit pointless. Not only did I only get one, but it doesn't even work on my PC. It only works on my phone, so that was a complete waste of like £6.50, and I'm quite angry about it. Now, why has my Spotify just stopped? Spotify, do you want to come back? Ah, that's why it's playing through Yeah, I didn't want to turn them on, you gibbon. This. There we go, we're back. If there's a track F1 shouldn't get rid of, it's Silverstone. I can agree with that. There's quite a few. Monza, Monaco, Silverstone, Spa. That's about it, really. All the others are... And Brazil, of course. Excuse me. All the others are up for debate, though.
And if today's practice session
so our final practice session ends quite stinkily as I finish P16 overall. Not bad, not great. Honestly, I'm just looking forward to getting this stream and this season over because this has been such a terrible time so far. I'm looking to get it done, get rid of it, see what driver changes are up, see what goes on, see who wins the championship and go from there, really. No Spa next year? It's pretty bad, isn't it? I was saying to a family member the other day, we were watching F1 highlights at Spa, and I said, I think there's going to be another 700 days until we race there again. And he looked at me and was like, what do you mean, 700 days? It's next year. And I was like, it's actually not. It's not. It's on rotation every other year. Honestly, this might be a hot take. If they fill that gap with either Turkey or Hockenheim, I won't be against it, because I love both of those circuits. But if it's another cash grab, then I'll be quite angry. Or Kyle Army, or like a track like that, like an actual proper racing track. If they replace it with a proper track like that, I won't be too mad about it. But if it's like another Miami or a Vegas or one of those, I'm going to be pretty pissed. Although apparently Hockenheim are quite close to an agreement, which is such amazing news. Hockenheim is my favourite circuit of all time. I just love it so much. I love it so much that I've played Roblox Formula 1 just to drive around there, because that's the only game it's the only game I have that has the track on it. Alright, F1 talk. I mean, technically I own F1 2019 and it's on there, but that's on Xbox, so it doesn't really count. You have F1 2018? Nice. Alright, welcome to qualifying then, for the final time this season. I'm really not looking forward to this. I have got literally no expectation. My expectation is to get knocked out in Q1. So let's see what happens. But yeah, I have, what's it called? I've got, well, technically, if we include all platforms, so if I include Xbox and PlayStation, I've got 26, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20, 19, 18, 16, 13, 12, 11, 10. So I'm missing a couple. I have a special place in my heart for Silverstone. I want to know why. I do want to know why. Let us know. Alright, Sergio Perez has gone only P14 with a 24.6, and yet that might be too much for me to handle. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, practice was terrible. The car still feels awful, so I'm really not looking forward to this. But hopefully, I'll be surprised if we can actually have a decent weekend, unlike Qatar, which just was terrible in every way. And here we go! Let's see what this car's got. Come on. Already wide at turn 1. Good start. That was my fault, though, to be fair. For the first time in a while, wasn't the car. Sector 1, 2 steps down. Not bad. It's not great, obviously, but Sector 1 is my weakest sector, so I'm not too mad about it. Rosie. This is good. Car feels a lot better in quali spec. Come on. Sector 2 coming through. I'm going to be fastest overall. which is to be expected. I do dump a lot of battery through there, although I've had a pretty smelly run through there. Good thing is I've got loads of battery left to use. Come on. Avoid the bollards. Go on the curb. Slide. Back in. Get the exit. Nice. I've got a lot more battery to use on my next lap as well. Braking for the final corner. It's not a bad lap by any means, to be honest. We're going to cross the line for a 23.9, and we go P7. That is fan-dabby-dozy, to be honest, and completely unexpected, but we take it. Hooah! I started watching F1 when I was at Silverstone in 23, and I went to Silverstone last year. That's actually quite funny, really, that I've watched F1 for half a decade longer, and yet I've never been to an actual race, yet you've watched for like 3 years, and you have. Funny how that works. But there you go. I mean, I don't really like any particular... I only really like tracks that Sergio Perez has won at. So, Bahrain, Jeddah, Baku, Singapore, and Monaco. So that lap should be way more than good enough to get straight into Q2. I've got a 8/10 gap. Good stuff. And we stay P7. Does Sergio Perez make it through? He doesn't. Good final quali for Danny Rick. 8/10 up on Perez, and that's only Q1. Good stuff. Go to an F1 race in Europe next year. Which one should I go to? Depends how much money you've got, really. I mean, I can't afford to go to any, but if it was, it'd be the cheapest, which I believe is Hungary. So go there. I feel like Perez will score points in real life. Me too. He should have already done it, to be fair, in Monaco, if he wasn't a half-wit and parked his car wrong twice. How you do it twice, I don't know. I feel like if it wasn't down to financial stuff, I think I would like to go to Portugal because it's quite close to England. It's just a lovely place, and Spain too. I think Germany as well. If Hockenheim does come back, that is. I'd love to go to Germany. I think if it was completely regardless of money, I'm picking Monza. Purely because of the passion. Destination, I mean, Italy's a fantastic place. I've never been there, but, you know, it has to be quite good. It's better than England. And just the passion of you know, the Ferrari fans, the Italians, it'll be quite a fantastic experience, I'd say. All right, here we go then. Q numero dos. Hopefully, I can do another good lap and go straight into Q3. Let's see how we get on. Come on. Better run through there compared to my first lap. Oh, very wide. Yeah, this car feels really good for some reason now. It felt terrible in practice, but now we are in there. It's another really good lap. Go on. Up into... Go on, Ricciardo. That is unbelievable. 23.2 up into the top 3. That's exactly what we needed. Straight into Q3. Come on.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Yeah, it's a shame Imola's gone. I mean, to be fair, the racing was always terrible on it, so it makes sense, but still. Alright, so eeny, meeny, miny, mo, into Q3, Danny Rick goes. There it is. By a massive gap as well. 6/10 was the gap to safety. Actually, it's a bit more than that. It's actually a second. No, I'm lying. It's 8/10. Lovely. I can't wait for Turkey. I don't want to go to Turkey as a country. I wouldn't... Actually, I'd go anywhere, to be honest. I've only ever been to Switzerland and England, and that's it. So I'd actually like to go anywhere, really. I mean, technically, I've been to France and Germany, because I drove through those countries to get to Switzerland, but I didn't really spend any time there. I just kind of drove through it and looked around the car window. And urinated out in a bush. I've urinated in Germany. That's what I've done. I mean, Wales makes sense because it's like part of the UK. Cyprus is an odd one, to be fair. Not odd, but like Wales and Cyprus is not exactly like it's like a combination. That's pretty cool though. I had a mate from Cyprus. I think he's dead now. Anyway, we've got Q3 to do. 23.8 is going to be the lap time for Bortoletto. Good to see him in Q3, by the way. Good lap. I forgot what I did in Q2, so I'm just going to try and do a good lap and see where that puts me. Let's go. You see the championship standings? No, not until after the race. What I can tell you is that there are two drivers in contention for the title, which is Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri is 9 points ahead of Lando Norris. So, there we go. This is it then. My final lap of qualifying in Season 2 of the Ricciardo Career Mode. Let's make it a good one. Come on! Okay, I messed up the final corner, but I can be happy with that. That is not a bad lap time at all. That is going to be a top 7. You know what? I'm happy with that. I mean, even if I... Okay, no. Even if I didn't lose time at the final corner, I was only going to get P7 anyway. That is the maximum. We got it. Great stuff. We're ahead of a Ferrari. Crucially, for the Drivers' Championship, Oscar Piastri starts second. Lando Norris only 4th. Keep in mind, as we look at the standings, Piastri leads by 9. So if Piastri wins the Grand Prix, Norris can't do anything about it. So we'll see how that plays out. Unfortunately, Leclerc and Antonelli are both just out of contention, which is kind of tough considering Leclerc's been really good, but Bob's your uncle. Great final qualifying. I'm really happy with that. I'm on 110. Well, actually, I lied. I'm on 106 for quali, 110 for the race. The fact that you've both remembered that is quite scary. No, scary is the wrong word. Interesting? I don't know. Alright, let's go. Final race, come on! You broke your toe in Cyprus? Random bit of law dump, I don't mind it. I've never actually broken a bone before. Although, to be fair, saying that, I've never done anything that would warrant a broken bone. I've never done really anything. I think the most, like, physically dangerous thing I've done is gone fishing. Which is essentially sitting in a chair all day. And that is literally it. I've never done anything. I've never ridden a bike. I've never skateboarded. I've never ran. I never really played sports. So, yeah. Here we go then. The final race of Season 2. Who will be champion? Oscar Piastri. Orlando Norris. Now this is crucial. There is a McLaren with a... Why am I just staring at my teammates, my team's crotch? I want to see the... Okay, wait.
All out on the track.
Hold up a minute here. Oscar Piastri takes a grid penalty. Oh, dearie me. Oscar Piastri starts 9th. Lando Norris starts 3rd. Okay. That changes things. I am going to go for the one-stop strategy here today. I know that sounds a bit mad, but it just is better. So I'm going to go for it. I might start on the hard tyre and then go down to the medium when the fuel's a bit lower. Which might be a bit tricky, but I'm going to try it. Wait. Oh no, can I literally not change it? I literally can't change it. Okay. Oh, here we go. That's what we wanted. Right, remove. Medium, 12, 8, yeah, that. Wait, no, I don't want that. I want that. Also forgot to work out my fuel again. Well done, dickhead. All good. Have I done a go-kart race? No, I've never like used something with a steering wheel in real life. Go-kart, car, mini car. I've never driven anything. I've never used anything with a steering wheel in real life. I have been on a kayak, actually, and I nearly drowned. I've done that. Actually, I've done some pretty dangerous things. I've scaled down a building with a rope, like a 10-foot wall. That could have been a broken bone if I fell. I've thrown axes, so I could have chopped my arm off. Who knows? Right, let's see how the strategy unfolds. We're starting on the hard tyre. I want to go for the one stop, but that might be a bit on the tricky side. We'll see how the tyre wear progresses. I was on a boat, though, to get some crisps. Why are you getting crisps on a boat? Oh, I see. It rocks, and I hit against a metal pole, and my crop came off. That sounds quite nasty. You can't say we don't care. Of course we care. Don't be nasty. I'm simulating what it's like to actually use the pedals. So obviously I'm going to be quite slow in general for now. But that's kind of on purpose, seeing as I am on the hard tyre. So we'll see how that goes. Now, I can let my tyres go to about 60% wear until they're like fully dead. So if I'm over half race distance by then we can go for what's up. I thought about wearing a balaclava. I don't own one, so no. I did actually nearly buy a full-on helmet for like racing to wear while here, and I thought that is the most cringiest, nerdiest thing you can possibly do, so I didn't bother.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon
realism,
as the grid is
yeah.
formed. Be ready with a
Good,
clutch.
though. Here we go, then. The final race of the season. Lando Norris starts 3rd. Oscar Piastri starts 9th. Oscar Piastri 9 points ahead. Let's see how it unfolds. And we're off for the final time of season numero dos. It's not a great start. I've already been overtaken by George Russell into turn 1, and he has full-on got that place. It's not even Russell either, it's Hamilton. All good. Oscar Piastri already up a place as well, up to P8. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm only really going to keep an eye on the McLarens. I'm not really too bothered about my own race. Looking for a move down the inside of Lewis Hamilton here. Come on. Ricciardo gets past 7-time world champion in a much better car. I made that up. He's still ahead of me. Come on. Speed and power. There we go. Lovely job. Could have a go at, what's his name? Hajar here as well. You know what? I want another one as well. Give me Max 2. That's brave. Oh, I've outbraked both of them. Come on! Up to P3 goes Danny Rick. Lando Norris up to 2nd. Look at him go. Now, yeah, keep in mind, Oscar Piastri, 9 points behind Lando Norris as we start the race. No, 9 points ahead, sorry. So as it stands, Lando will be champion, I think. I mean, if Lando gets 18, Piastri needs to get at least 9. Which is 6. So yeah, Lando will win. Oh, that understeer. Oh, more understeer. It's come back. My worst nightmare. Lewis Hamilton drives past. Cheers to the battery. I'm going to fight it, though. Yeah, it seems like my troubles with the understeer just haven't gone away, and it seems to be a high fuel thing rather than like a car thing, which is a bit odd, but there we go. There comes Hamilton down the inside. I'm not even going to bother fighting it because I can't really. He is on the soft tyre after all. Hang about, chances. Opportunity time, come on. Oh, scary. Oh! Come on, Hamilton, if you're going to stay ahead, mate, because you really should be. You're in a much faster car with much better tyres. You're costing us both here. Come on, get a move on. Get like a second ahead. Fastest lap for Charles Leclerc, who is leading the race ahead of Lando Norris. Intriguing. Oscar Piastri up to 5th, by the way, with the fastest lap. Where has he come from? Oh my goodness. Mystery Piastri out of nowhere. And as you can see, the tyre wear is shocking. So I will be going to a 2-stop strategy, because that is egregious. 10% after 2 and a bit laps. What do you mean? That is terrible. Oh no, Hamilton's going really slow, and Piastri's looking for it too. Oh, dearie me. We get past Hamilton. But it's just, I don't like all this back and forth nonsense. I need it to be clean. But that means that Oscar Piastri is now going to win the championship, unless... Actually, no, right now they'd be on equal points. So Piastri's got to hope that he's got more wins than Norris, which I have no idea if he does. I have no clue. But obviously, if he can beat Hamilton and then also me, he'll be up into the podium places, and that'll be more than enough to secure the championship for Mr. Piastri. Oscar winning in P5 by 1, would he? Because because he'd have 10. Yeah, no, he would. You're right. You're spot on. Here comes Mr. Lewis. I'm not too bothered if he passes me, because I'll probably repass him straight after, so I'm not that bothered. Here we go. Battery on. Through goes Krim. Through goes Piastri as well. Oscar Piastri now up to 4th. Never mind, he's actually dropped down to 6th again. Okay, that's fine. Come on, Lando. Go get the win, lad. I'm not going to lie, I would much rather Lando to win it because he's British. So, come on, Lando. You got this, mate. Get Charlie. Now that Piastri's down to 6th, he will lose. By, by 1 point. Wait. Basically, if Lando finishes 2nd, Piastri needs the top 5, which isn't obviously that impossible. He's in a McLaren, for crying out loud.
Okay, Mika, we've got high reserves of ERS, so let's try and use some more.
No, I don't. How do I get mods? Well, you download them, and then you get an app that installs them. I can't exactly say more than that, because that's all there really is to it. I have a video on my channel you can watch. It's one of my most recent ones, actually. Piastri up to 5th again. Cars starting to misbehave, of course. As soon as the tyres get to around 20%, they stop trying. Shock. Yeah, thinking about it, the 2-stop is going to have to come out because the tyres are bad now. And we're only 5 laps in. If I go to 15 laps, they're going to be 60% worn. And at that point, yeah, that's just not going to be good enough. I think I'll pit on lap 13 and then do 8 on 2 sets of mediums each. Signs take Piastri out, that's what I'm saying. Get him. Why can't I drive anymore? What's going on? I don't like using flashbacks, but that is the most bollocks thing I think I've ever seen. As if I'm supposed to be aware of that. My bad, I guess. Yeah, that was bad from Hamilton. I mean, yeah, I could have been a bit more aware of that potentially happening, but I just had no idea. Didn't see him. Usually I'd let that kind of thing go, but to be honest, I want to play a role of some kind in this championship fight, so yeah, we're carrying on. He was ahead of the apex, exactly. Here comes Hamilton looking for a move down the inside. He's going to keep going for it as well. Inside line, though, is better. We're off again. Piastri now up to 4th, by the way. That's more than enough for the championship if Norris stays 2nd, which he is right now, but he's only, I think, just over a second behind Charlie. So don't count Norris out from winning yet. He could still do it. Alright, here comes Oscar then. Can I defend? Let's see. Scary, scary, scary. Hate it. He's going for it. Down the inside goes Oscar Piastri. Oh, it's a bit wide. Oh, it's a bit scary. Power down. We're not over this yet. Come on. Fight back. Speed. We're back through. And I lied. And he's almost killed me. I was ready for it that time, to be fair. So Oscar Piastri now up to 3rd in this race, which is, of course, more than good enough for the championship. Even if not, actually, no, if Norris wins, 3rd ain't good enough. So come on, Norris, win this race. Now, I don't think Lewis pit. He's just done a massive scrap. I know he did pit. I lied. Just spot on. I've just seen him. He's miles back. He definitely did. Why has it gone so wide? Why does the car just change every lap? Crying out loud. It's annoying because I feel like the car hasn't even been that bad, and yet it just starts doing this crap where it just does what it wants. Wouldn't it be funny if Piastri DNFs or something? That'd be amazing. Piastri pits. Interesting. Okay, so he's going to get an undercut on his teammate. Ugh. Not sure I like that. This is the finale, yes. We are witnessing a title fight come down to the wire between Norris and Piastri. Piastri leads by 9 points. I'm just here for the vibes. I've got nothing to fight for in anything. I can't do a soft, mate. A soft will literally crumble before my feet in 2 laps, or car, I should say. Understeer plus. Oh, double soft? Yeah, that won't work. I can't use the soft. Some people might make it work, but I just can't. It just wears too much. And Lando Norris now pits as well, which means I'm going to move up to P1. As Leclerc also pitted for I think a little while ago. So, Daniel Ricciardo now leads the race for about, what, 2 laps? Good for the stats, I guess. So Norris goes hard, Piastri goes hard. Interesting. Might do another season after. Oh, yeah. I mean, not in this stream, obviously, but in general, yeah. I think Piastri's fighting someone. Might be, Agile? I don't actually know. Oh, Nelly. That's by far the hardest corner on this track to me because it doesn't have a braking point. You have to just guess. Which enough laps and you'll get used to it, but I just can't. Understeer theory once again. New team? Probably not. I think the only reason I'll move team is to go to a top team, and I think doing that in season 3, or technically 2, but 3, because I did the first season on the 25 game. This is only the first season of the 26 game. No, I'll probably stay at kind of like for another season. I just wish my car could drive. That would be awesome. Camera settings. Back. Yeah, for some reason, when your car gets up, well, in my experience at least, in my team or driver career, when your car gets upgraded and it's like near the peak, it becomes undrivable. It just has the most unbalanced characteristics. Like just terrible understeer and oversteer at the most random areas. And it's not consistent at all. Like it's just terrible. I mean, I won 2 races ago. You wouldn't think that now, because I just can't even get around. I can't do a single clean lap right now, because the car is just changing its mind on what to do every lap. And that happened in my Porsche My Team as well. It got upgraded and suddenly it's undrivable. Jesus Christ. Alright, final lap.
Window and you're going to be on mediums.
Oh, I'm pitting this lap, Mark, shut up.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
I know you can. He actually takes the fastest lap as well.
Vicker.
He's
Right,
flying.
we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got
Piss off! Just go round the corner correctly. Please. That's all I want. Just one corner. It's not too bad for the first couple laps. As soon as the tyre wear gets to about 20%, it gets really bad. And then it just gets worse from there. Like, first 5-6 laps, this car felt lovely. Qualifying, this car felt unbelievable. Get a bit of tyre wear going, it feels like a 26 Aston Martin before the upgrade. Oh, I'm not used to the pit entry here. Okay, I did it. Nice one, mate.
Okay, forget the targets for now. We've got to focus
I
on
will
the
forget
pit
the
stop.
target mark. Shut up! I am so close to just turning the speech setting off because I'm sick and tired of listening to Mark. His voice, it just irritates me in general now. It's really bad. Alright, stop number 1 is a slow stop, as if you want to make my day even worse. It's already been one of the worst streams I've done in a very long time. You're making it even worse. Good stuff.
One stop left in this strategy.
And we shall now be going until lap 22? No, 1. I don't know. But yeah, today, the game has really thrown every single, like, crap thing it can at me. Like, every little detail that it can, it has done. It has been absolutely brutal today. The car's been terrible. My driving's been terrible. The strategy's been terrible. It has been so bad all round. It is actually one of the worst performances ever. Which is crazy, because the last time I streamed is one of my best. I won the Grand Prix, for crying out loud. And now I can't even get around the corner. I should be ahead of these 3 right now, but thanks to slow stop theory, I'm now behind all of them, and I'm going to lose a couple of seconds trying to get past them. Okay, yeah, nice racing. That's awesome. There's 1 act done, 33% complete. My engine sounds like that because I use a mod that changes the sound. Could be chances here, come on. Let's try and get Gazzy at least. Go, speed and power. Nice one, mate. Alright, there's that. 66% complete, just Alex Albon to go. It's not a bad engine sound, is it? I've got very mixed opinions, though. Some people really hate it, and some people really like it. There's no middle ground. I like it, though, and to be honest, that's all that matters, so there we go. I have also got another one that sounds, I think it's a V12, and it is also really nice. I believe this is a V10 or a V8. I'm not sure the specifics. It just sounds good, and that's all that matters, really. Could be a straight 4 from a Renault Clio. As long as it sounds good, I'm in. I'm actually debating. This might be a hot take, but I'm actually debating going back to the 25 version of the game for my next season. Thoughts and opinions? Because to be honest, I really don't like these cars or this game in general. Here's my chance on Albon. Oh, had to do with Lando Norris on Sonoda then, but we are through.
Hit that target nicely. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's keep it clean.
Don't do that. I mean, but to be honest, though, the thing is, I can see a future where very soon I just give up playing this game, and my whole content creation is based around this and this only. I really don't like it. The handling's terrible. The battery's terrible. Although saying that, I am going to be removing the battery with a mod next season, but I just don't enjoy it in the slightest. It's just crap, basically. I went back to 25 the other day and it was so much better, it wasn't really a competition. I don't know, it just sounds a bit dumb to play the old version. But I'm also thinking about the future, of which I won't play this because it's terrible. It's by far the worst, like, I'm not going to say game, because it isn't a game, it's the handling. It's the worst handling I've played. And my first game was 21, so 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is by far the worst. I can't really explain why, it's more unpredictable. Which some people like, and fair enough, I just don't. But we'll see. I can't find the launcher? What do you mean you can't find it? It's just on the website I linked. Eh. Oh, big slide for Max. It's not for you? Well, that's the first time I've heard that. See, this is the thing that a lot of... that kind of... annoys me is the wrong word, but in the pinned comment, I said, like, if you have any issues, don't tell me, because I have no idea how to fix any of them, because I didn't make the app or anything. So I can't really help you, unfortunately, because I just ain't got a clue what that could be. I just made a video explaining how I do it myself. I have no idea how it actually works and all that. Third favorite version? Fair enough. I mean, obviously, because I don't like it, obviously, it doesn't mean everyone doesn't like it. Most people do like it. Fair enough. I just don't, unfortunately. Like I said, if they got rid of this understeer, oversteer bullshit that just randomly happens, it'd be fine. It'd be bad, but it'd be, like, playable. Where when it's like this, where the car changes every single lap, even when it's really upgraded, it just feels horrible. I feel like I can't get into a rhythm, I can't drive consistently, I can't do anything. But I am also overreacting, because I've had a really bad day, and this stream has been terrible, from start to finish. There's been nothing of like, good from this entire stream.
Approaching the pit window.
2020 first? See, I don't get that as well. I think 2020 is terrible. But I haven't played it. I mean, I've got like 100 hours in it. You'd think that's enough to get a basis. But I really don't like 2020 at all. I don't remember 21 and 2, so that's no point me saying that. 23 is the best. 24 was... eh. 25 was really good, and then this is decent. It's just not fun.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
And maybe Season 3 will be better, you never know. Depends on the driving style? Maybe. My driving style is very smooth. Just didn't feel good. It felt very, like, choppy, I think is a good word. I feel like I couldn't do what I'm doing now, which is, like, slowly turn. I had to, like, do this. I had to go like that to turn. From what I remember, at least. It has been a few months since I last played. Max Verstappen pits, by the way, which releases me up into the top 4. Oh, yeah, top 4. Nice one. Piastri pits as well. McLaren are just not doing Lando any favours here. They're just helping Piastri win by giving him 2 undercuts. If I'm Lando Norris, I'm kicking off, by the way. They've already confirmed the Constructors ages ago. They're just costing Lando the championship for no apparent reason. He's the leading McLaren. And yet they're dobbing him on strategy. I'll be kicking off. Lando could be doing a one-stop. Yeah, I'd be surprised. He pitted around the same time as Oscar. Quite early. He's definitely two-stopping. He'll be pitting for... wait. Ah, that's smart. The AI have done the harder, like, tyre allocation. They've done double hard medium rather than double medium. Ooh. You don't see that very often. Fair play. That's actually works out quite good for them. Fair enough. So we'll see what the gap is between the McLarens as Lando now does pit. Keep in mind, at this point, if Lando doesn't win the race, Piastri will be champion. That's basically the bottom line of it. Charles Leclerc's already pitted as well. He's actually right behind me. Lando is going to be miles behind. This is terrible for Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri, if Lando finishes second, Piastri needs a sixth or worse. And right now, he's easily going to get that. Russell is ahead of him right now, though, so it's not all over. Who's won the championship? It's Lando Norris, 9 points behind his teammate Piastri. I might do a little Perez here. Yeah, you've got the picture.
Box.
Go, Lando! Go! Get him! Let's go, Lando! Okay, I held him up, but that didn't really do anything. Can I win a championship? Oh, goodness gracious, though. I'm like 300 points off, mate. That's why I'm just here for the vibes. All right, second stop of the race. Medium tyres are on. Good stop. We're off. Should come out behind signs in P. Oh, wrong buttons. All right. Alright, that one. There we go.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Okay, I'm behind signs ahead of Gasly. Not too bad. And while I did hold up Leclerc, Lando only gained like a second, which is not ideal. So now they have Lando in second, Russell in third, Piastri fourth. Piastri needs to finish sixth or worse for Lando to become champion if he finishes second, which right now is looking pretty much confirmed as Leclerc is just overwhelming in this pace. It's outrageous. Wonder if I could score a point or two. That'd be a nice way to end the season. I've got 2 Williams stopping me. Actually, if I beat Albon by 3 points, I'll go ahead of him in the drivers. Which means nothing. I'll go from 10th to 9th, but still. It's an extra place. Anything that isn't first doesn't mean anything to me, but it's a nice bonus. Leclerc is a master at Abu Dhabi in the game, and Monza too. He always wins in Monza for me for some reason. Even if he's got a crap car, he still does it. I'm not fighting for anything. He said the car was horrible, so stay back and hold up Leclerc. Well, I can't really do that now. He's gone, but I tried to. I did a Perez 21. It's just Norris was slow and didn't really gain up that much, unfortunately. It is probably for the Tifosi. You got to make a good point, yeah. Oh, I see. Become a back marker. Nah, I still want to try and get the best result possible, even if I'm not fighting for a championship position. I still want to try and score a point or two for the team. Favourite driver Sergio Perez. Who speed the Devil is now in P13, 5 seconds back. Come on. Speed! Get him!
Okay, Mika, we're not using as much fuel as we
Nice,
predicted, which means
good
we've
stuff.
got extra performance in
Up
hand,
as the
so let's
points
push,
goes, Danny
push,
Rick.
use
Good
it all
stuff.
up.
Oh, Nelly Nula. It is a bit unexpected, isn't it? I don't know why I started supporting him, but to be honest, if I'm going to be a bit parasocial, if that's the right word to use, if Sergio Perez wasn't in F1 right now, I probably wouldn't be streaming here today. I would probably be doing something else. Perez is the only reason that I still have interest in Formula 1. 25 when he wasn't there, I did a little bit of content in September and that was about it. Would I get a motorbike sim controller if Moser made one? Probably not. That's a lot of money for me. Plus, with my basically zero interest or knowledge in motorbike racing, I don't know, it could be fun. Also, I don't know. I'll have to wait until such a thing exists and then I'll make my mind up. Where's it kind of like strongest? Well, I'd say specifically Vegas, seeing as I won there. But not really any specific track or type of track, really. It's just how the car wants to. If the car's balanced, it's good anywhere. It's not really good or bad at certain types of circuits, like high downforce or engine or anything. Alright, Philosopher. Oh, R&D, I see. Right now, actually, it's 5th. 5th is the best we've been. Most of the season, it's been bottom 3, and then all of a sudden, we jumped up to 5th. I don't know when. But, yeah, top 5. Well, actually, I say 5th. It's equal with 6th and 7th, too. So, that kind of middle area. 5th, 6th, and 7th. Using a bit too much battery here. Come down, Fat Grim. Now, if I could somehow get Albon and then also get Hamilton, and Albon stays behind Hamilton, I will go ahead of Albon and the drivers. That is a tall order, though, as my tyres are now wearing.
For now, everything's looking good.
I also feel like Albon's going to get him too. Oh yeah, Hamilton's got no chance. Here he goes. Look at Albon, he's flying. Alright, final 3 laps of this career in Season 2. Come on!
Okay, mate, I'm afraid we didn't quite get what we needed there, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down now, chin up, and let's focus right until the
Shut up, Mark! car is so hard to drive. Albon is flying. He's going to get Hamilton. That's not what we needed. Oh dear. I'm hoping Albon's used too much battery there and now we can go and get him back. Come on. Through on Hamilton. Albon has turned his battery off. I don't know if I can get close enough. No, not really. That's annoying. I wonder why Lewis is so slow, yet when his teammate is completely and utterly dominating the race. An ultimate lap. Come on. Green sector, where's that come from? No idea. No battery for Albon. No. Not quite. Nice exit there. Could this be the one? No. Oh, he's playing his battery management perfect. Look at that. That is so good. Fair play, Albon. That is a masterclass of battery management. As we come around the final corner to start the final lap of the season. And it's been a good season until, well, the penultimate race, because that's about it. We managed to somehow miraculously pick up a race win in Vegas. I still can't quite believe that happened, but it did, so there you go. And it looks like Oscar Piastri is about to become a world champion for the first time, so fair play to him. Really good drive, to be fair. 9th to 3rd is really, really good, and he's only just behind his teammate, despite being 6 places down. And it looks like we are going to be potentially finishing 9th. There is a chance at 8th if Albon has no battery for this next straight, but I doubt that. Also on a little bit wide, which doesn't help. But overall, I think it's been a good season. I mean, 55 points after this, it will be 57. We finished 10th in the drivers. We finished 6th in the constructors. We battered Sergio Perez, my teammate. So apart from the odd one race or two, it's actually been a really good season. And I'm happy with it. It's all right. Charles Leclerc wins the race. Really good performance by him. Lando Norris finishes 2nd, but it's going to be Oscar Piastri in 3rd, who wins the Drivers' Championship ahead of his teammate by just 3 points. Daniel Ricciardo finishes 9th, and we take a little 2 points home. I ain't really got nothing to say, really. It's just one of those where it's just kind of there. I don't think it's actually 6. It might be a bit less than that, or a bit more, actually.
And so the celebration.
And there it's confirmation of Oscar Piastri winning the championship. Well done, well done, well done, well done. No one cares.
At this level, at the very
Norris
top,
clears
is
every
anything
day.
but simple. There's no catching them now. Then we have a new World Drivers' Champion. What a drive! What a driver! Charles Leclerc takes the victory.
Props up the Richard Hamilton didn't.
And it marks the fact
I mean, yeah, why not?
You know, their heads in the right spot.
Fair play, Charlie. Really good last, like, 2 or 3 races from him. It was unreal.
Well, what a championship
Right,
it has
there's
been.
confirmation
Young
then of
talent
Piastri with the
shining
fastest
through
lap
once
and
again.
the
I've
World
been
Drivers'
Alex
Championship.
Thanks to Alex Brundle
Ricciardo
and the
finishes
whole
9th.
team.
I actually
We'll see
managed
you
to
next
put
year
12
when
seconds
Formula
on
2
Perez's head,
returns.
which is nice. there's confirmation. He does win by 6, as I said, over his teammate. Leclerc gets the gap down to 18. 38 back to Antonelli. Very quiet season for Antonelli, actually. I didn't know he did that well. We finished P10. Only 1 point behind Alex Albon. But we also finish 53 ahead of Perez. Constructors, we take 6th. Mercedes, actually, I think they stay ahead of Ferrari in 2nd by just 3. Hamilton having a bit of a stinker this year, only finishing 7th on 150, which is, yeah, 76 behind his teammate. We finished P6, wasn't really close to 7th or 5th, it was always going to be 6th. Couldn't quite break into the top 5, but not bad. Why was Crofty more excited about Leclerc winning than Oscar winning the drivers? Because he's a knobhead. So there we go. There it is. Season complete. Bosh. Bob's your uncle. Alright, before I head off though, let's actually go into Season 2 and see what the driver moves are. I think that'll be quite exciting. And oh my goodness, my wheel is a bit hot. That is extraordinary. That is like... That could burn your hand if you leave it there for too long. Ow! Why are you doing that, Mozart? I thought you were supposed to have, like, good temperature control. That is absurdly hot. Oh my goodness. The wheel's not hot, but the wheel base is scorching. And because it's all metal, my metal frame's also scorching. Ah, fair play. How long was that stream in the end? Just over 3 hours. Not bad. Doesn't actually feel that long, but there we go. Now, keep in mind, we do have a regulation change for next season, which we are now fully adapted to as well, by the way. We finished 5th in the R&D. I just want to take a look at the results. So, Oscar Piastri, wow, he got, what, 4 wins and a further 5 podiums. Lando Norris got 3 wins and a further 5 so also 6 podiums. Oh no, yeah, he got 6. Okay, fair play. So basically, what cost Lando the title was that Singapore race where he finished 21st. That's what's cost Lando. Oscar Piastri scores points in every single race. His worst result being 10th and then 6th. Lando Norris had a 21st and a 7th, which is what cost him. If you look at me, apart from Texas and Qatar, it was actually very consistent. 10, 11, 11, 10, 12, 13, 12, 10, and then 4 and 8, and then 7, 1, 9. Which is, when I'll be back on, I have no idea, mate. Depends when I sleep and when I wake up, to be honest. I've also got medical problems, which I don't know when that's going to be all normal. Who bloody knows these days? NHS is a nightmare. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, there's the... There's the standings. For you asking, there it is. Oscar wins by 6. Perez got 1 fastest lap in Madrid somehow, and 1 points finish in Mexico, his home race. Rather fitting. Right then, let's go into season. Hang on, first of all, contract event. Here we go. That is interesting. So, we have been offered 4 seats. Audi, Haas, Cadillac, or Red Bull Racing. Oh, you know what? You know what? This might annoy some of you. I'm choosing Cadillac, but next season I will go to a top team. I just feel like going to a top team in only your 3rd season is a bit too soon. The season after, I'll go to Red Bull if they offer it. It's too soon. You know, 3rd season, I've done 2 seasons and I'm going straight to a top team. Yeah, can't have that. Right. And I think we're keeping Perez too, which is nice. I want to see the driver changes, though. That's what we need to see. Yeah, man. We get an upgrade as well. No, okay. Kimi went to a top team. Well, I'm not comparing it to real life. I'm just saying for this career mode, I want it to have a bit of, like, progression. You know? I mean, I said that I won the championship in my first season, but that's my choice. It's too late. Is he in the game or is this mods? This is mods, mate. This is mods, indeed. It's my choice. I'm at Cadillac, and that's it. That's final. I mean, I can't change it anyway. But next year, next season, we'll change. Right, let's do this calendar, because this is going to be an absolute bloody nightmare. Right, Melbourne and Japan are absolute. Let's do the absolutes. Monaco, Catalonia, Belgium, Hungary, Monza, Azerbaijan, Singapore, Mexico, Vegas. Those are the absolutes. Oh yeah, I should remove sprint, shouldn't I? Wait, so that's Singapore. That's it. Okay. Can't do Canada because it's a sprint. I don't know how to drive at China, Bahrain, or Jeddah, so I can't do those. I really don't want to do Britain and Austria. I hate those tracks. Actually, wait, I just realised I'm not using the battery. Wait, this changes things. Austria, Britain, Madrid, Texas, Brazil, Qatar. Thoughts, opinions? I think that's a pretty decent calendar. I would like to do Netherlands, but I don't know how to drive at Netherlands. I could obviously learn, but I feel it would be a bit of a nightmare. I kind of want to do Austria reverse, but... Can't do Bahrain, because I don't know how to drive at Bahrain. I don't really like it. I don't mind this calendar at all, to be honest. I think it's quite good. There's no sprint races, I think. Wait, Silverstone's a sprint. Oh, for good's sake. Okay, right. Right, it's either... It's Austria reverse... or Abu Dhabi, basically. Austria reverse or Abu Dhabi are the choices. That's all I'm offering. Actually, if I do Austria reverse, it'll be... Yeah, no, I can't do Austria reverse. I'll be doing Austria twice. Why no sprints? Because it just takes too long. They're like 4-hour-long streams, and they're also just not good. I hate sprints. I think we've got to do Abu Dhabi. Yeah, I think that's a good calendar. There's no sprint races. I don't think. Is there? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, no. Yeah. I think we're gonna go with this. This is final. I'm done. If I could turn off sprints, I'd probably add Canada and Singapore as like no-brainers. Now for this, I think I might just leave this off because... Yeah. I just don't. Actually, I might actually... you know what? I might go for this one because I don't want the cars getting too quick because it's just not fun. Yeah, we're going to do high inflation. Let's do that. Let's add a bit of a twist. A bit of a twistiness. And then I'll probably change the R&D thing to make it increased and hope that's still a bit, I don't know. I'll figure that out later. All I want to do is see the driver changes. First of all, the R&D. We start the season as number 5, equal with Red Bull. Meaning if I moved to Red Bull, I would have gained nothing. So that's a good change, I feel like. What have I got these things on? Let's do this. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So then, the driver changes is going to be this. Are you joking? Okay, we actually, I was quite scared then. I thought we didn't get any. So, Hamilton is gone. Okay, Lewis Hamilton is out of the sport. Okay, we just look at this. Right, so Hamilton's gone. Behrman replaces him. I am so up for that. That is a fantastic move. Realistic, too. Martins replaces Lawson. So Lawson's out of the sport. Bless up, thank God. and Bottas, from being chucked out by me, goes to Haas because there's a seat available from Behrman. Okay, it's nothing much, but I love that Behrman move. That is quite fun. That's really cool. I'm a massive fan of that. And that is where I'm going to be leaving the stream for today. I've been live for just over 3 hours. Not a very fun stream, but, you know, that's just how the world works. You can't all be fantastic. There we go. Lawson has gone to Haas? I think I agree. Although, to be fair, it's not really his choice. It's Haas's choice. And they wanted the old goat that is Valtteri Bottas. So there we go. So that's going to be all from me today. Thank you very much for watching. If you did tune in, I appreciate it. Don't know when I'll be live next. It could be any time, realistically. Well, any time between 12 PM and 4 PM BST is when I'm live. It just depends if I can be bothered and if I'm awake, and we'll go from there. So, hope you have a good rest of your... I think it's Saturday today, right? Yes, it is. Have a good rest of your weekend, everyone. Thank you for watching today. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube. I don't like begging people to subscribe, but I am trying to hit 5K by the end of August, so let's do that. Thank you for the follows on TikTok today, and I'll see you lot when I'm next live. See you lot later, and, yeah. I don't know what that was. I'm tired.